Hi, I'm Amber from Influencer Updates on Instagram, and tonight I'm going to be talking about the three biggest Australian influencer news stories for the week. I believe they are Adrian Portelli, Rebelo, and Justin McKeone. They have all been in legal trouble this week, so I thought that was a good theme to stick with. People seem to like that sort of theme with influencers. So the first one, as I said, is Adrian Portelli. I'm going to go back a little bit. So a month ago on the 11th of November, Adrian Portelli very famously bought every single house on the block, like the TV series, season 20. And it was, I think, like $16 million worth of houses. He bought the 5 houses, which then included the common areas, including like a clubhouse and a pool. And he decided he was going to give it away in one of his giveaways. So people can pay... I looked at the packages last night. I think the minimum one is $20 per month, Australian dollars, and you get one entry, but it's like a accumulating entry. So first month you get one entry, second month you'll get 2 entries into the draw, third month, so it like rewards you for sticking with them. And then the highest package was $100 Australian per month, and that is for maybe, I feel like it was 10 entries. Accumulating as well, and then like access to discounts, all that sort of thing that makes it a giveaway company rather than a lottery. So yeah, he immediately said that this whole resort, all 5 houses and all the common areas were going to be given away in, I think he says it's a world first, and you can either take that as the prize or you can take $8 million cash, which I assume the winner would, because unless you want to move to this random place, Phillip Island, I mean, it's not that random, but it's pretty random if you want to go live there in your 5 houses, or maybe start a compound of relatives. But yeah, most people would probably take the $8 million cash. So yeah, that is a little bit of background there. Then he also was #1 trending on Google that day, Google Australia. So that was pretty cool. It was obviously a very big marketing move. I did talk about this on YouTube a few weeks ago, like on my live, sorry. More recently, 4 days ago, he put on his stories that he was going to be putting down $150,000 tabs, so $150,000 times 2 at 2 different Coles locations the next day. And like, he obviously needs to advertise this because people need to show up to get the free groceries. And apparently there were hundreds and hundreds of people that showed up. He made an appearance at the stores, and it was all very exciting and a really good, again, marketing move, but also just him giving back. Like, that's really great that he's helping people who are struggling at Christmas time. He also mentioned 3 days ago that he has purchased 2 acres of land in Penrith, Sydney, to build a hospital for high physical needs patients, and that the building starts in 2 to 3 months. So again, really charitable, giving back. Everyone is loving him. Then, of course, yesterday, a big news story blew up in that the South Australian government, or South Australian courts, I think it is, they are charging him. Sorry, I'm trying to get the language right around this. So there are 19 charges that he is now facing. So 9 personally, and his company LMCT Plus is facing 10 charges for conducting or assisting in the conduct of an unlawful lottery. So the South Australian Gambling Commission, I don't know the official name, but it's something like that, they have said that he failed to register 9 or 10 different lotteries between January 2023 and May 2024 with their commission, and therefore he would be, the maximum penalty would be a 10,000 Australian dollar fine per instance. So the maximum penalty would be $100,000 for his company and $90,000 for him personally. And as I just mentioned, he gave away $150,000 of groceries just 4 days ago. So $190,000 is nothing to him. He also showed up to the events. Like I mentioned, he showed up. He arrived on his private jet. So he is on the AFR rich list as being having a net worth over $1 billion. So I don't think this is really going to matter to him at all. In response to this scandal, I suppose, he has said that he is going to be running daily $1,000 cash giveaways to South Australian residents. So I think that he's always very cheeky with that sort of thing, and he turns bad marketing into good marketing really, really quickly, and everybody's like, wow, that is such a good response. And everyone is really happy with him, of course. So yeah, I think that also my theory is that there'd be something bigger going on here. Like, I feel like, why are they even doing this? And maybe he will just pay them off before it goes, like maybe he'll just pay the fines before it even goes to court. or maybe his lawyer will, I guess, provide proof that in other states they've investigated him previously for these sort of claims. So they're saying that, yeah, it wasn't registered as a lottery because he claims that it's not a lottery, it's a giveaway company. And he's not selling raffle tickets or lottery tickets. He's selling memberships to his giveaway company, and then like entering the giveaways is like a bonus sort of thing. So that's how he gets away with like not registering it as a lottery in other states. But yeah, South Australia is saying we're not letting you get away with it anymore. And maybe, no, I suppose if he had to register it as a lottery in South Australia, the other states would be like, well, you need to register it here too. I don't know why he doesn't just register as a lottery. There must be some sort of tax incentive or something. That's just my speculation, of course, not a fact. Okay, I'm just going to read the comments about it. This person saying LMCT is a lottery. He's not a great bloke. He's running gambling. Okay. This person saying, I know he was too good to be true from too much publicity. He gives back to cover up his tracks and makes him look like he gives back. It's all backfired now. This person saying he's cultivated a good persona, but he's not a billionaire from being a good bloke. Every good thing he does is a tax write-off. I mean, the term tax write-off really annoys me because you can't just write off tax miraculously as like free money sort of thing. Like you can only write off things as an expense against profit. So maybe he is doing that, but that is legal and there'd still be profit at the end of the day. This person saying, I just think he's an opportunistic marketing tool. By the looks of the party he held last night and the post he made about the charges, I don't think he cares. Yes, that's right. So Jackie Falgate, she posted footage of his house last night and he had this huge big spotlight spinning around like the inner suburbs of Melbourne. And yeah, people could see it from like the next suburbs. It was that bright. Interesting, everybody seems quite negative about him. Like normally I don't see much hate about him, but well, this person's saying that they think he's brilliant, to be honest. People from South Australia say they'll just get relatives/friends to subscribe from other states if he can't. Wow, that is committed to the cause. Not the cause, but to the giveaway. ASIC are looking into him. Okay, that's an opinion, not a fact, I imagine. I don't know. Oh gosh, lots of people have lots to say about him. His current stories say he's a coupon book company. Okay, I can see what he's saying there. Kind of like the entertainment book, which is something we have in Victoria where you pay $55 to buy this book for the year and then you get access to discounts. And then maybe for members they might have like prizes and stuff. I don't know if they do, but yeah, I can see that that is actually an interesting concept. It is actually quite similar to that, but just like much more expensive. All right, so that is all the comments regarding him. We're going to move on to the next topic. So that is Andre Rebelo. This one went crazy. I posted this last night just before I went to sleep and I woke up and had 77 comments on it, and it also had 979 shares. So it is obviously a very important topic that people love to hear about. So I'm going to start with the conclusion, which was determined yesterday. So Andre Rebelo is the ex-boyfriend of Gracie Piscopo, who is an influencer. She's famous for like modeling for the Kardashians and being sort of like a Tammy Hembrow lookalike, and she has a son. They have a son together. They were in a relationship up until 2 years ago when he was charged with the murder of his mother. Charged but not proven. So I think he was charged and taken into custody. Kind of like how Adrian Portelli is getting charged with these unlawful lotteries, but it's not proven yet. So I think that's the terminology they use. But yeah, so he was taken into custody for potentially, allegedly murdering his mum, but it was found out yesterday by a unanimous jury after an 8-week trial. The jury determined that yes, he did murder his mother, Colleen, in 2020, May 2020. So that was, I don't know, 3.5 years ago now. Yeah, he was only 24 at the time, which that just baffles me that a 24-year-old man can murder his mum. I mean, I don't know why his age seems so weird to me. It just does. So he was in a relationship with Gracie at the time. And yeah, so that was May 2020. And then when he was charged in around October/November 2022, so over 2 years later, it appears that they broke up at that point. So she did stay with him up until that point. And that's important for like for what I'm about to say after this. So with Andre, he had previously admitted guilty to 4 fraud charges for forging evidence to claim a life insurance policy that he had taken out on her life just days before her murder. So yeah, he went and paid an insurance company for a life insurance policy on her life just days before her death at the time, but now we now know it's murder. He continues to deny the murder charges, which is interesting, and he always did deny them. His father said outside court yesterday, that the result was sad and disappointing, but that he would be standing by his son. So it sounds like the dad thinks that the son is innocent. We've heard, if you've looked at the media over the last 8 weeks, there's been a lot of coverage on this. Like every single court date, there's like media people in there summarizing what is said, and it's been such a ride. It's so crazy. It seems that his siblings, I think that overall they were saying they believe he did it. There's definitely evidence of his sister-in-law. She has mentioned on TikTok before, she's commented saying that he did it, and the family are just awaiting justice, basically. So yeah, I believe that the family think that he did it, but it seems here that the dad doesn't think that he did it. I thought that Andre was innocent, to be honest, and I know that is going to blow a lot of people away because most people think that he was guilty because all of the evidence stacks up against him. But the reason why I thought he was innocent is because the evidence stacks up against him. And I sort of think, if there's so much evidence that makes it seem like he did it, why would he deny it? Why would he put himself and all of his witnesses and all of his family through this trial if he didn't do it? No, if he did do it. Hang on. Now I've confused myself. But basically, like, why would he bother with the trial? He would just admit that he did it if there's so much evidence. But anyway, I'll go through a few more things that came out in court that were really interesting. So they find his and Gracie's financial situation at the time of his mother's murder, that came out. So yeah, this was around May 2020, the murder. So it said that previously Gracie's business income in 2019 was $141,000 and her business income the year prior was $219,000. So that's just interesting, hearing like an influencer's annual income. She was also swimming in debt with multiple credit cards, personal loans and Afterpay accounts. She also applied for the early release of superannuation under the COVID-19 hardship rules. And that was just a few months before Andre's mum's death or murder, we now know. Around the same time, Gracie also made 8 loan applications and multiple credit card applications. There was evidence that Gracie also applied for Centrelink job seeker payments on May the 11th, 2020, 14 days before Miss Rebelo, so Colleen, was found murdered. So that is crazy to me. Like, this influencer Gracie, she is just a picture of perfection, like an absolute highlight reel. Everybody would think that her life is just amazing. And little did we know that she had such a poor financial situation behind the scenes. Like, she looks like she's living an affluent lifestyle, and it's really just proof of the facade that is social media. I will just mention, though, that Gracie is not involved in the trial. She was called upon as a witness, but she's not a suspect that I'm aware of. I don't believe that they think that she was involved in it at all or that she knew about it. And that is another reason why I assumed he was innocent, because there was a point where they bugged the house that they were living in, which really freaks me out because a child was living there too. Not only did they bug it with audio, they bugged it with visual cameras in the lounge room. And yeah, the fact there was a child there just really freaks me out. I don't even know how they are allowed to do that. They must have had some pretty solid evidence to be able to do that in the first place. But yeah, there was conversations that they listened to where Gracie had said to Andre that it seems like they're trying to frame Andre for his mum's murder. So yeah, that to me made me think, well, maybe he's innocent, and yeah, they're worried that he's trying to be framed. But I haven't been able to speak about all this until now because, like, it's been an ongoing trial and you're really not supposed to speak about this sort of stuff. Yeah, and I assume also that there was nothing on these bugs, like audio or visual, that was enough solid evidence to prove that he did do it. And that's, again, why they had to go through this 8-week trial. Apparently over 50 witnesses were called to give evidence. So yeah, it's been a very big one. Gracie, in the meantime, has not posted a single thing about this on social media, which is a good move, honestly. People think it's suspicious. I don't think it's suspicious at all, because she just, yeah, needs to not be posting this for the safety of her son as well. Like, I can see why she wouldn't be posting anything about it. And yeah, I think that's all I've really got on that one. Like, that's just a very brief summary. As I said, it's been covered extensively by the media for the last 8 weeks. The murder, if people do want to know this, there's pictures online of the crime scene prior, sort of thing. Like, there's a photo of the ensuite bathroom where it happened, which is just crazy to me that can be published online. But yeah, he did murder her. We're not sure how. Her coroner report came back that it was inconclusive as to her cause of death, but she was found by her son that lived with her. He found her in the shower, like hunched over, and the shower was on. So it looks like Andre tried to make it look like something happened to her in the shower, like maybe a heart attack or something, I'm not sure. And yeah, at the time of the murder, like, she had 2 children that lived with her, and they were both out of the house for the day, and Andre had gone around that day for an hour, according to like phone records and phone pings and things like that. And Gracie had tried to call him something like 20 times during that hour, like frantically trying to call him. But she claimed that her cousin, I think it was there to visit, and he was supposed to be there for lunch with her and the cousin, and he had gone out, and she's like calling him frantically saying, come back, like, where are you? You're meant to be here for lunch. So yeah, I think that's probably the most interesting points that I have found. Okay. Read the comments about it now. Terrifying, Ari Rebelo. Yeah, I think it is really terrifying, the fact that a child could kill their own mother. Like, it freaks me out. How did he murder her? So yeah, we don't know that. How do you explain admitting to the life insurance but not the death? Like, that is too much of a coincidence. Well, yeah, I guess that was probably part of the evidence that they used to draw the conclusion that he was the murderer. But yeah, he's saying that it was just a coincidence, I suppose. How much was the insurance? I'm not sure, sorry. Not sure, but it was the insurance company actually that raised it with authorities, because they were like, something's suspicious here. This is too weird. I suppose they probably thought it was weird that he took out the policy and then 4 days later the person died, and maybe that's why they reported it to authorities. And yeah, that's how he got caught out in the end. This person's saying that they read that her body was cremated, so they couldn't determine a death. Yes, that is true in a way. Her body was cremated, but the coroner is the person, or is the other people that determine the cause of death, and that investigation can go on after the body is no longer in their care. So yeah, like when the body first comes to them, I hate that I know this, but yeah, when the body first comes to them, they get scans, they get potentially toxicology reports, like blood reports, and sometimes they'll get an autopsy as well, depending what the coroner wants to do. And then they might get statements from people that were close to the person. And I suppose at the time, May 2020, if they were getting statements, maybe they didn't suspect Andre at the time and then changed their minds, or maybe they did suspect him at the time and put that in their statements, but it still wasn't enough to draw the conclusion that she was murdered. And also, murder isn't a cause of death. Like, it would have to be what sort of thing happened. Like, you know, could it be blood loss, or could it be suffocation? Like, there's a lot to it. So an inconclusive cause of death isn't that weird. Like, that actually, yeah, that's not suspicious at all. I'm just gonna screenshot that to talk to that person later. It sounds unbelievable to me that Gracie said that Andre looks after the finances and that she had no idea they were in financial distress, being that she's the primary earner and did job seeker dodgy. I mean, yeah, that does seem unbelievable, but also I guess it is possible. Like, maybe he lodged the job seeker forms on her behalf. Like, we have seen that he has lodged fraudulent documents for his mum's life insurance. So it is very possible. I suppose she would have determined in court whether that was true or not. But, yeah, I mean, we've just got to take her word for it on that one, don't we? That's all we can do. Because she's not the one who's up for trial. So I'm just trying not to make too many conclusions about her. This person saying men can't even admit to cheating, let alone murder. Yes, that is true. What did he do for a living? Well, nothing. He claimed to be a crypto investor, but it turns out he had no money and he had no job and he had applied for job seeker. A lot of people are saying Gracie must have known, but if she had known, there would be a court case about that. Like she'd be an accomplice to murder probably, or, perverting the course of justice. But there's no case against Gracie at this point that I know about. Yeah, this person's saying she's not being charged with anything. There's a good chance she didn't. Lawyer would tell them not to talk about it in their house due to possible surveillance. Good lawyer, I suppose, hey? What a coincidence, the drowning in debt and his mother suddenly passed and has a life insurance he took out a few days prior. Well, yeah, I think that was his undoing, wasn't it? This person saying $1.5 million life insurance, and this person saying $1 million life insurance. So let's go with 1.25 million. Someone's saying here he's definitely not innocent. That is correct. The jury has concluded that it was a unanimous decision that he is guilty. Gracie blocked me last night, by the way, as well. So sad. A lot of people let their partners do all the finance and have no clue. Financial abuse is huge. Not saying that this is what happened. Yeah, that is true. Financial abuse is huge. She still looks like she's living a life of luxury. So I don't know if she's still got money somehow or if her new partner has money, but maybe it's all still a facade, just like it was previously. I suppose someone's saying here, did Andre say that Gracie is innocent? Well, I suppose he's going to say that because for the sake of their son, he probably understands it's best if both parents aren't in prison for crimes. So regardless of whether she knew or not, I suppose they're going to claim that she didn't. Oh, someone's saying here that Andre worked at Coles. Yeah, I did read that as well, actually. Oh, okay. Now, a few people have just mentioned, this is what I screenshot before, that Michaela Tester has currently posted on her Instagram story that she was abused as a child. I believe she has said this before, and that's why she lived with like a stepdad or something. I'll have to look at that after this. Why did Gracie block you? Because of your story about this. Yes, it was because of the post I did last night. She blocked me. I did tag her in it, so I mean, that was probably a rookie error on my behalf. All right, third story is Justin McKeone. So the ex-husband of Olivia Molly Rogers. I'll just be clear, they did break up years ago. He has just been accused of stealing nearly $500,000 from his most recent employer. The employer is Cosmic Sales Proprietary Limited, which trades as Rocket Brands. So this story is huge, and well, to me it's huge. I think it's crazy. But yeah, I'm just wanting to make it really clear that it is not while Justin was with Olivia Molly Rogers. She is not anything to do with this story. She's just like the entertainment value for the media. So the court documents that have been lodged by his former employer allege that Justin made 114 unauthorized payments totaling $481,000 from the company to his personal bank account between May 2023 and October 2024. No, sorry, it's 23rd of May 2024 and 6th of October 2024. So a 7-month period, he transferred $481,000 to himself from the company. He also was on a $200,000 salary as the head of finance. And the investigation is ongoing and no charges have been laid. So yes, this is all allegations at this point. There is no proof. So what happened here was, his bank accounts have all been frozen because they potentially are stolen money in his bank accounts. But he is allowed to access $800 a week for living costs and $10,000 as a lump sum to pay any legal expenses. That was on the Daily Mail. Thought that was interesting. There's also been an affidavit submitted to the court by the director, Matthew Holmes, revealing that he was told by other employees that Justin was sleeping in the work toilets for up to 4 hours a day, taking excessively long lunch breaks and frequently leaving the office without completing his duties. I did see another rumor, I suppose, in the media. Like one employee was saying they believe he was funding a drug habit. Again, that is just an allegation at this point. There is no proof, but that would be a pretty serious drug habit, wouldn't it? Like $481,000 in 7 months plus your $200,000 salary. So yeah, we're yet to discover what he spent the money on and whether this is true. But apparently someone became suspicious and they hired 2 external accountants to come in and go over all of the accounts. He disguised them in Xero. They use Xero, like the bookkeeping software, and he disguised them as historical adjustments. So like when you import data into Xero to have like your opening balances, basically what he did to like hide these transactions is he changed the opening balances so that there wouldn't be like transactions going through the company and it wouldn't be suspicious. So that was quite clever. And also what he was doing was submitting invoices for companies but putting his own bank details on there, because I was thinking like it's pretty rare that somebody would have access to this much money without needing like a dual signature. Usually transactions in big companies like this, they need 2 signatories on them, but I suppose it's possible that a second person would sign this thinking it was a legitimate invoice. Like he was obviously quite clever with it if it's true. But yeah, that is very crazy. And a lot of people have said like if it is the drug rumor that is true, like that might explain some reasons why he and Olivia split up. Again, these are just speculations. But yeah, I mean, they were married for only 8 months, I believe, which was very dramatic at the time when they broke up. But they also had extended their wedding out a long time because of COVID. Like they had to wait until after COVID to have their big wedding. And Olivia has said they were openly trying to have a baby. And yeah, I think that Justin really liked to party and maybe that was why they split up, which yeah, I guess that ties in with the drugs. But I haven't heard of him doing this with previous employers apart from this one. So yeah, I don't think that he was doing this while he was with Olivia. I'm not suggesting that. Let's see what other people are saying. Sorry, again, I'm just trying to be really careful with what I say because, yeah, this is not a proven thing. It's all just allegations at this point. Okay. Oh, yep, that's the Andre questions. Sorry. Just looking for the Justin questions. We'll need a long drink after today's live. Yes, I've just got my mineral water, but that'll do for me. This person's saying here it makes sense why Justin and Olivia's marriage ended. He was always a party boy. Yes, that's what a lot of people have been saying. He was supposed to go to court yesterday and didn't show up. Okay, I haven't heard that, but that is possible. He admitted to it. Okay, maybe I've missed a really big update today. People are saying that he admitted to this money thing. He must have hidden it. He must have hidden it. They have been able to freeze his accounts. Yes. Yeah, he's deleted his Instagram and his LinkedIn and everything. He's like wiped himself off the internet while these allegations are active, I suppose. Apparently Justin is missing. I don't think he's missing. I think that the headlines are just that he's missing from social media. Oh, it was on the Herald Sun yesterday that he admitted it to his boss. Oh, okay. Well, that's news to me as well, you know. This is influencer updates for me too. But yeah, that's about all people are really saying on this one. Oh, he's gone to Perth? Yeah, he is from Perth, so maybe he's gone back there to sort of hide from the Melbourne media, which I imagine is a lot more intense than Perth. But yeah, watch this space on that one. The other question I've been getting asked on this live, people are asking me about that guy from maths. Oh, what's his name? And he's got that supplement called MOS, M-O-S. Emily Hembrow and Ashley Bynes, they have advertised it before. So this person's saying, what about the Moss Daily saga? I'm wondering if this is like the thing that happened so long ago that was covered extensively by So Dramatic, where people were ordering this sea moss and it was either coming damaged, like it wasn't in a edible state, because it's like a supplement that you eat, and it was like yuck, like I don't know, it was not edible. And also a lot of people were paying for their orders and never getting their orders. So this isn't news unless something else has happened in the meantime. But yes. Now this person's saying that Justin has done this before, but we don't know that at all. I know Olivia Molly-Rogers did absolutely nothing wrong, but I feel bad for her because media will make comments about her, but I would be embarrassed if it was my ex. Yeah, I'm sure she's not thrilled about this situation. Does he have a girlfriend? He was with Tani, who's an ex-Bachelor contestant, and he posted about her just a few days ago. Like it looked like previously that they'd broken up, but then they posted a thing together just a few days ago before this news story broke, but now there's no evidence of him on her page. So don't think they're together anymore, not really sure. I suppose she probably doesn't want to be with him after these allegations have come out. But yeah, if I didn't answer your question, please send me a DM because I love to talk about influencers, and I'm going to wrap it up here. So thank you everyone for joining in, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you all soon. Thank you. Bye.